Before we get started with the incredibly unfortunate Damar Hamlin situation, I just want to give an update on something else that we talked about yesterday. Something, equally as tragic, because thankfully, as of time of recording, okay, both of these guys are still alive, and I want that to be 1000% the same situation afterwards. But we got some more information on Jeremy Renner. Not a lot to, do its own video, and I didn't have enough slots here today in order to fill everything out. So do forgive me if this seems a bit tacked on, because, well, it's very much tacked on, to be completely honest. But given the fact that I like to stand up for good guys doing good things, okay, given the fact that Jeremy Renner was helping a stranded motorist when his snowplow unfortunately let go and, clipped him. Oh man, he was being a good dude, and then no good deed goes unpunished, right? Jeremy Renner's horrific snowplow mishap occurred when the Avenger star was acting as a good Samaritan to a stranded motorist. The mayor of Reno, Nevada, has revealed. Yes, he was helping someone stranded in the snow. Mayor Hillary Sheev told the Reno Gazette-Journal he is always helping others. Oh fuck, man! And now it looks like, well, at least for the time being, his status in Hollywood is tenuous and looks to be hanging in the balance. I'm not really a man of God in any considerable form or fashion, and I wouldn't want to present myself as being as much. But if you're somebody who prays or anything like that, and good thoughts, well wishes, and all that type of stuff, man, I wish nothing but the best for the Renner family and a speedy recovery for Jeremy, because he's been through a hell of a lot, okay? And then to be, caught like that, doing something good for the world, and that's just really tough out there. And another one, just before we get into the Damar Hamlin situation. I hate the way that this is phrased, but this is the first one that I've seen out there, and we got to talk some uncomfortable truths here in a minute, okay? You got Uche Nwaneri. He was a former lineman for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he played for them 2015, played with them for a few years, okay? He had bad take after bad take about a whole bunch of different things. He was a good dude doing his own thing on the internet. He was affiliated with the Geeks and Gamers crew as well, okay? He was a staunch lefty, but he seemed to be a pretty good dude. And unfortunately, the Friday before the new year, what would that have been, the 30th? Okay. Yeah, he unfortunately passed away. So again, same caveat applies for the Nwaneri family. I know he's got a couple of kids, and that's, really fucking sick too, but nothing but the best for that family as well. But hey man, this kind of touches on the elephant that's inside the room here. But okay, so let's get these his tweet right here, okay? Okay, so let's get these vaccine mandates and vaccine passports up and running ASAP. We're seeing children die daily from unvaccinated selfishness. Pregnant women at risk. To protect life, mandate the vaccine. Jail anyone who refuses to protect life. September 1st, 2021 tweets that out. And then, yes, the 30th of December, 2022. Well, total tragedy. He could have that terrible fucking take, but that outcome that we're dealing with right now, it's not at all desired, okay? But now we just gotta lighten it up for somebody who just had a cardiac arrest on the field and ended up, canceling a fucking game. Holy. Okay, so Buffalo Bills provide update on safety Damar Hamlin's condition. If you didn't see it, it was a pretty banal hit. He was in the game against the Cincinnati Bengals. It's not an insignificant game either, because the Bengals are jockeying for a playoff position, and the Bills have the first in the AFC right in their crosshairs right now, okay? They have an opportunity to do something pretty fucking astounding, and this matchup is fairly significant, okay? And the game stopped, okay? And it was reported wildly. I think, Joe Buck and Aikman were on the call on that one. They were saying, oh yeah, the game will be back on, okay, after everybody gets cleared off the field. We'll be back and up and going in about 5, 10, 15 minutes. And then after 5, 10, 15 minutes pass, it's like, actually, the NFL is going to be calling off the game. We got Skip Bayless's take on that. I'm going to jump ahead on this one, but athletes call for Skip Bayless to be fired after sick Damar Hamlin tweet. Bro, it's a really, really sad situation. Like, the guy went down, okay? It was a regular fucking hit. No kinked neck or anything like that. Everything looked fine. And then he collapsed on the field, and that was fucking frightening, okay? Nothing more shocking, nothing more tragic than to see, a fellow for the Bills, the teammate or a fellow competitor, okay, after a good, clean, legal hit and all that stuff, you just end up collapsing into a heap on the ground, just not knowing, oh my God, it's like his CPR had to be administered for fuck's sakes. You see that down on the field? Unfortunately, though, if we're going to keep it a buck, people have gone down on the field in much more horrific situations, and games continue to get played. Am I the only one who remembers, Lawrence Taylor breaking Joe Theismann's leg? Okay, how many ACLs get busted out every single year? Guys get carted off the field, you continue to play the game. And I understand, heart attack, the dude's not breathing on the fucking field. People are shook up afterwards. You take your time, and then you go back on the field. That's the way that shit fucking goes, okay? And that's all that Skip Bayless was pointing out here. And I'm not a Skip Bayless fan or anything like that. I'm not even one of those big talking heads. I'm not a fan of any of the ones that are out there. I think they're all fucking sus and terrible to begin with. But I'm also on the side of truth and honesty when it comes to this stuff. And as far as I know, he didn't say anything wrong, so let's get into this, okay? NFL players, NBA players, and retired pro athletes are calling for Skip Bayless to be fired just because he had a thought, unfucking believable, that he made in the aftermath of Bill safety Damar Hamlin suffering cardiac arrest on the field during Monday Night Football. After the Bengals game was suspended in Cincinnati, and it doesn't look like it's being rescheduled this week, so that's just going to throw a gigantic wrench after this week because it's the final week this week, okay? So if there's any implications about this game, I don't know if they're just going to call it after, I think they played one quarter and change. I'm not even entirely sure about all that stuff, but the NFL is going to have a conundrum on their hands in one form or another, and couldn't happen to a better organization. But anyways, Bayless on Twitter said, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? Bayless tweeted as medical personnel tended to Hamlin on the Cincinnati field. Okay. This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that at all, okay? Bayless appeared on the Fox Sports debate show Tuesday morning with without his co-host Shannon Sharpe. Bayless said he looks forward to seeing Sharpe on Wednesday. Yeah, of course, whatever, okay. Bayless's Monday night tweet drew immediate backlash with NFL players including Jets cornerback Sauce Gardner. I can't take anybody serious whose name is Sauce, so forgive me. And a free agent wideout Des Bryant. I thought you said you had actual significant people, calling for him to be fired. Not somebody who's out of work and then, fucking ketchup over there in the Meadowlands. I don't care. Are you seriously talking about when the football game should be postponed? Damar Hamlin's health is all that matters at this moment. Nothing else. I seem to remember, okay, not to be callous or anything, even fuck that. I'm not even going to fucking caveat any of this shit going forward. I seem to recall, okay, point in time where there was a saying in sports, in show business in general, the show goes on. It's tragic what happened. 1000%. Somebody going down after a heart attack, after a stroke, after a broken leg, after a busted arm, after a fucking arm comes out of a socket. That shit sucks. You take your knee, you wait for that person to get the fuck off the field, and then guess what? You continue to play the game in his memory. Use it as fucking motivation. I seem to remember a time not that fucking long ago. I've seen how many different fucking, giant sports figures go down with a horrific injury, okay? I've seen necks get sliced in NHL games, okay? Not just in the parking lot, but on the ice, okay? Todd Bertuzzi. Y'all remember Todd Bertuzzi laying out that poor little fuck from Colorado after he had a dirty-ass hit on Marcus Naslund? That was in the early 2000s, okay? Yeah, he went down. He never played another minute in the NHL. Fucking disgusting hit. They continued to play. The show goes on. The show goes on. None of these bitch-ass takes. Yeah, we need to cancel Skip Bayless ASAP. For what? Having the most milquetoast take imaginable? No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? It's late in the regular season. A game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. No. Just continue to run with that narrative instead of addressing the real fucking concerns that has significant outcomes on pretty much everybody in the employ of the NFL, minus Aaron Rodgers, Cole Beasley, who used to play for the Bills, but then got released because he wasn't exactly willing to go the same direction as the rest of the league without any considerable thought. Interesting, but Here's an update on him. Okay, the Buffalo Bills on Tuesday provided an update on safety Damar Hamlin's condition after he collapsed on the field during Monday night's game, saying he remains in the intensive care unit. Fucking Christ, dude. Damar Hamlin spent last night in the intensive care unit and remains there today in critical condition in the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. The team said on Tuesday afternoon, without elaborating, "We are grateful and thankful for the outpouring of support we have received thus far." Well, thank God he's at least on the up and up. Like, for fuck's sakes, man. Like, this, it really does suck, but like I said, the outpouring of support has been significant, and it's really, it's good to see. It's good to see. Okay, fans raised $4.5 million for injured Buffalo Bills player toy charity, online charity for children that was launched by injured Buffalo Bills safety. He would have done this beforehand, I would imagine. It would be weird if you would have done that during the ambulance ride to the hospital. Like, I'd imagine this was probably already set up. Okay, Hamlin created a GoFundMe page dubbed the Changing M's Foundation Community Toy Drive after the Bills drafted him in the 6th round of the 2021 NFL Draft. It says rookie season. No, this would be his second season. Sorry, my mistake. The initial goal of the fundraiser was set at $2,500, and prior to Hamlin's suffering cardiac arrest on the field Monday, the page narrowly passed that goal. Since Hamlin's hospitalization, donations have poured in. At the time of writing, the page stands at $4.5 million raised. I want to see this. Are we going to get that? Unfortunately, it's GoFundMe, and it's not, give, send, go, but you'll take where you can get it. But actually, I seen something about this. Okay, I want to see top donations because I want to shout out one guy. Oh, holy fuck. Okay, I didn't see that one either. But Tom Brady dropping a cool 10 bands. Sam Malley, shout out. And then Anonymous, $10,000. Washington Commanders, $5,000. That's nice. Chris Jericho, that one, who is actually a super fucking awesome guy. Whenever there's like a fundraiser for a former wrestler or anything like that going through some horrific medical conditions, okay, whenever he catches wind of that stuff, he doesn't like to put his name out there or anything like that. He just moves in silence. This is just, picked up by another rag that's out there. He doesn't put it on blast or anything like that. He just moves in accordance with his own principles. And the big Chris Jericho fan, obviously. But as horrific of a situation as it is right now, at least you're seeing an outpouring of support in the best possible ways, But why? Why would a 23-year-old, okay, is he 23? Is he 24 years old? Why does a 24-year-old who went through the rigorous testing to be signed to an NFL contract, passed it all with flying colors, how does he find himself in this situation? Well, a cardiologist explains how Damar Hamlin's cardiac arrest may have happened. Oh boy, let's hear this needle in a haystack theory instead of just naming the fucking elephant in the room right now. Just fucking do it. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin might have been a fraction of a second away from moving on to the next play. Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest Monday night when he collapsed on the field in Cincinnati, was administered CPR under life or death circumstances, and hospitalized in critical condition after what one independent board-certified cardiologist saw as a collision at the time of the cardiac cycle when the heart is most vulnerable. How many different hits happen on every fucking field, every day, every week, during practice, all the fucking time, and this is the only time that it fucking happens? Are you ridiculous? This is one of those thermite paint on steel frames arguments. Just don't mind the pair of planes. Fucking Christ. That hit had to occur at a certain point in time. It's only 5 milliseconds long. You fucking get that precise, bro. Okay. Said Dr. Mark Cohen, chairman of the Department of Medicine at Newark Beth Israel Medical Center. If that hit had occurred 1 millisecond after or before, this may not have happened. Then why hasn't it happened before? Honestly. Fuck's sake. What looked like a routine by NFL standards tackle by Hamlin on Bengals receiver T. Higgins. Yeah, exactly. There's a screenshot of it. The NFL are bitches when it comes to copyright or anything like that, and I want to keep this up because nobody wants to say it. Everybody's like, well, now's not the time. No, now is exactly the fucking time with the most eyes on this situation. You gotta fucking say it. You gotta fucking say it. resulted in Hamlin getting to his feet, adjusting his face mask, and immediately falling back as horrified players from both sides watched trainers, paramedics, and doctors assist in his breathing and restore his heartbeat. One common medical explanation is chromatocardosis, though it is considered more an instantaneous reaction that would be a challenge to explain how Hamlin rose to his feet. No, man, that's just as unlikely as, that would have been one of the parts in the cardiac cycle that's 5 milliseconds long. That's easier to explain. Are you fucking kidding me? There's a time in the cycle of the heart when we are at risk, and if we tap the heart, we can cause the heart to go into ventricular fibrillation, so rapid beating. More likely than not, what happened is he got up as his rhythm became chaotic. You know, somebody who went through 4 years of university, who's been playing, probably been playing football since Pee-wee. So, he's 24 years old right now. So at least he's been playing football for 8 years. And this has never even come close to happening. Never showed up on any medical screens beforehand. Bro. Cohen also noticed on replay that Higgins stopped Hamlin's chest when they collided, but Hamlin's head snapped back and forth. Okay, cool. So how does his neck come into play with this one? Okay, it's already been outed. Okay, so this has already been debunked on multiple fronts. He had a cardiac arrest. Okay, but yo, man, this is the only person I'm seeing actually calling this shit out for exactly what the fuck it is. Okay, every athlete that got the jab is at a heightened risk for a heart attack. How many more perfectly healthy individuals do you have to see fucking drop like a sack of shit on the fucking field? Soccer players across the pond. How many different reports have you seen out there? And now you're seeing it on the bright fucking stage of Monday Night Football go down, and everybody's just like, not now. Oh my God, that's not right now. You can't be talking about this yet. No. 95% of players in the NFL. The rest of them got exemptions, okay? The rest of them are on the outside looking in, okay? You see these kids. The kids coming up as well. They want to make it to the show, okay? On the NBA side. I covered another story. There was a kid, a college kid, okay? He was running around helping out the younger kids, and then he just dropped. He had another heart attack. Oh my God, the sudden adult death syndrome just fucking strikes again to another perfectly healthy mid-20s kid, okay, going through college. Nothing had ever afflicted him beforehand. Don't know about the entire situation of Damar Hamlin out there, but no reports have come out beforehand saying he had he was a good man with a weak heart. None of those reports that are out there. You know exactly what the fuck is to blame on this one. I hope for nothing but a speedy recovery for this guy. I hope he comes back and he is the best safety in Bills history. But you gotta fucking call this shit out. You have to mention this stuff. Because if you don't, nobody else is going to. All they want to do is they just want to keep their heads down. Oh my God, just don't say anything about the jab or anything like that. Oh, just continue to try to make these 1 in 50 fucking billion excuses out there. Try to make one of them stick. Like you have, oh yeah, Professor B right there. It's like, bitch, oh, it wasn't a heart attack. It was cardiac arrest. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't get hit by a car. I got hit by an SUV. What the fuck is the difference? Is one of the common side effects out there? I'll wait. You answer. Go ahead. Answer. 2023, one of my resolutions. It's not like I was lacking on it beforehand. Call out all this fucking bullshit, okay? It can't stand anymore. 2023 for me is ride or fucking die. Either this channel sinks or swim, and it's going to be on the truth and the truth alone, regardless of how uncomfortable it is. You should have been told the side effects before everybody was mandated to get this fucking shit. Either by the government or by your job, okay? Everybody, this is a real fucking concern. You just seen it play out in real time, but nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to get down into the dirt, except for Candace Owens. Shout out to her. Yo, man, this shit makes me super fucking tight. Because I've seen extended family members drop, okay? I know a couple of people in my fucking inner circle that have had a brush with death because of this shit. They fucking lied to you, and now they just want to cover it up. Now nobody wants to fucking mention the elephant in the room. Well, fuck that. Speedy recovery to the Hamlin family. Nothing but respect for Uche and his family that is left to pick up the pieces, and a speedy recovery to Jeremy Renner and his family. But yo, man, 2023 is the year where this shit stops. This gaslighting, this fucking outright lying, it's gotta stop. I'm not gonna let it happen for anybody that hears my words, subscribes to this channel, and all of that shit. I'm not going to let it happen. Not going to let it happen. So, with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.